What's up, Ben? This is a new sketchbook tour for 2025. Check it out. Peace, what's up, everybody? This is Robert Liu-Trujillo, and this is another sketchbook tour. This is a sketchbook. I don't remember where I got this little star from, but I think maybe my daughter had it and I really liked it, so I put it on there. This is a sketchbook from the summer of 2023 to last year's spring. And when I started it off, I was not feeling all that motivated or in the groove to draw. So the beginning where I'm just drawing these little faces like this is really just trying something out, trying to just make the pen move. I usually start off my sketchbooks by putting stickers in it. Some of these are from life, like getting burritos, and some of them are from my daughter, from homies, like my homeboy right here. I go visit a bunch of schools, and so this is a school pass from visiting a school. And this is a drawing right here of my wife while she was at the table. Lots of drawings of my wife. Just right here, these are some quick studies while drawing, while watching TV, just drawing people. And then there's my daughter sitting there. She has a little bit of TV time every day, and so I try to draw her while she's sitting there. She moves around a lot, but I try to draw her. But this was, I think this is coming to America, because I can see the braid here, and this is the queen. And here's another one. This is a really good one. It's her. I think she was checking her phone or something, and I was watching TV and just drawing her with the pen. Some more characters here. Really just trying to practice, do something. These are some ideas for composition, for doing an illustration. And so I'll do a bunch of little thumbnails, little doodles. Just play, basically. Try to find something that feels and looks good. So see some different ways of thinking about doing a drawing. This one actually became a print that says "I'm a reader." I'll try to put a picture in here so you can see it. This is one where I did a video time lapse of me painting this. This is just, again, trying to get into the groove, doing some watercolor illustration, drawing a bunch of different people. Some of them are photo reference, some of them are from imagination, and just trying to play with color and composition and design. So I'll put a link in here so you can see that time-lapse video. But more composition, again, that I'm a reader piece. A bunch of doodles, drawings, doodles. Right here, I think I was trying to draw some, sometimes I'll watch sports documentaries. It actually is very motivating to keep going. And so I'll draw athletes. This is, I think, an athlete. These poses right here is just like showing the exhaustion of what they go through to really, not just to win, but even when they're just training. It's a lot of work they put in. So I think it mirrors artists sometimes as well. These are some drawings by a friend, Eugenia Yo. She's a picture book and comics illustrator. So she did these really cool drawings of a witch and some cats, and then some other people walking. I thought those were really cool. We were having like a drawing, drink and draw. She drew that. Inspired me to draw this one. I was trying to think of myself backpacking. I don't really backpack anymore, but when me and my wife first started dating, I went with her. So just somebody with a cup of tea. Practicing my letters here, thinking about schedule for posting, thinking about hip-hop artists. There's been a lot of artists I've drawn in the hip-hop community, most of which are still alive, but some who have passed. And then some ideas for what I know how to do with watercolor. There's some more studies, some figure studies, just drawing movement, light, Some more studies where I'm trying to, again, these are athletes. Athletes tend to give some pretty interesting poses. And just some studies of people also trying to do different body types, not just the skinny, pretty, but big, thick, tall, fat, wide. I really like this one, how the light came out here and the way this person was stretching. Here's some more facial expressions, trying to work with different media, black and white faces. I saw this muralist Arise, I think it's from Barcelona. He was doing some letters. It says "Style is the limit," and it inspired me to draw this one. It says "the style" on them. I love this fade of yellow to orange with purple and green. Yellow, green, orange has kind of been my favorite colors of the past few years. The combination, anyway. So practice some letters. This is underline, and then this is kind of a crown. Here's an idea for an illustration that never came to be. And these are, I was doing an event in Livermore, vending, selling books, selling art, and I was just drawing some of the people who were standing for a minute, looking at their phone, walking by. It was an African event, so there was lots of drums and music. I couldn't really see the performance because I was behind the stage, but I could hear it. And so I was drawing the weights of the stage or the equipment outside, lots of people walking by. These are not the best looking drawings, but I find that drawing people in real life is a good practice to get different things you wouldn't be able to see just from reference. And then this right here, this is from my vantage point, a building that was right next to me, and the awning and some people who were walking by. Here is just some pen with colored pencil, just messing around. Again, it's one of them things where I have to force myself to draw sometimes, just to practice, to work out, to get anything on the page. So I was working on symmetry here with the music, the crown, and then some letters. Spelled this wrong. But again, this is a sketchbook. It's just for play, it's for practice. Writing down some notes, trying to draw a dunk or a donk. Or if you're in the South, Midwest, you'll see a bunch of cars like that. Big ass wheels, candy paint, color paint jobs, 70s cars. Here I was thinking about my table setup, and I'll put a photograph of it here. But basically I built these wooden pieces that would display prints. So behind me I have prints. In front of me, I have books and then other merch. And I was just trying to draw the female figure. Here's some more different poses of athletes, running, jumping, doing different movements, congratulating one another. Again, I like the way this one came out. It's working on light, working on the movement of the body, trying to stay sharp. I rarely get to figure drawing or nude drawing classes, so I try to draw as many figures as I can. This was from a trip to Las Vegas to visit my dad, and then from his corner, from his front room, I was just basically just drawing the street, the corner, the plants and the trees in front of him. This is like the building, and then these are the houses across the street. Just color pencil, ink. This is October 2023, I believe. Here I was trying to draw some kind of caricatures of different people and messing around with the color pencil. I didn't have that many materials with me that day or that time, so I was just doing whatever I had, but just drawing different people, trying to exaggerate their facial expressions. Sometimes they just make funny expressions anyway, and I'll screenshot it and draw it for later, but I like drawing different facial expressions, different people. This is a bit of storyboard from the film Lou. I will let you look up the film, but it's about a woman who's kind of like an ex-assassin, kind of at the end of her wits, and she has a tenant that she's renting to who gets into a bit of trouble, and that trouble in one way or another kind of brings her in whether she wants to or not. And so this storyboarding is a great way to kind of just study film, to pause a frame and draw it and see what they emphasize. Like here she has a gun and those are her feet, and here she's taking a moment to think. They're walking outside. This is like the eye of a deer, I think. It's a good practice for me, at least, just to study how filmmakers storytell. This is another frame from Las Vegas. I was waiting for my dad, who was in an appointment, and just drawing the intersection from where I was sitting. Here I was, a signature for my boy Bounce. Here I was drawing him, getting his haircut. It was like an OG 50s guy who was the owner of this barbershop, and he actually got him to smile. He doesn't smile that much, so it was nice to see him smile. He has a great smile. And he was just chopping it up with him, cutting his hair, he's dancing a little bit, moving, just trying to capture him while he worked. Here's again, trying to capture him. And here's a drawing of another artist. I forget this artist's name, but just ballpoint pen. I like the way it came out. Put a little bit of color behind it. So for this, I forget who this was. She's a musician, Shankar. Just drawing her, and then this cat that's right here. Just really trying to study. Add a little bit of letters in there. I think I was thinking about a story here. More doodles, just thoughts, ideas, letters. Oftentimes when I sign books for people and have my art book, I'll draw a little character like this. More doodles, people. This is my daughter. She drew that one there. Okay, and then right here, there's just some more figure studies. You can see, trying to draw different shapes of people, movement, trying to play with light a little bit. More athletes. This is like a athlete taking a break. Someone like in mid movement, stretching. Trying to draw some athletes. Here are some different poses of women, their faces, mid-thought. Trying some different color. And then here, messing around with the letters again. So I think I was trying to think of like Monsters, Inc. or something when I drew this one. And then I'll look at different old signs. I keep a folder of letters from advertisement, film, graffiti, sign painting, all different types of letters, and just play. And then I was drawing this figure right here. Don't remember where that was from. More storyboards, my daughter drawing on my sketchbook. Here I think I was trying to think of a call to action for people to do some artwork around Palestine. Ah, yes. And then this is one where I posed for a picture because I was like, what do I draw? I have no ideas. I posed for a picture and then tried to draw myself and then add a little bit of color, a little bit of whimsy to it. It's fun to draw with different materials. Here's some more storyboards. I think this was from Creed. Yeah, this is from Creed 3. Drawing different poses. And then drawing some faces. Some color pencil in there. Again, bored, sitting there, drawing my feet. I think I was drawing my feet while I was waiting for my wife to do something at the end of the day. This right here, So in the 90s, Oakland hip-hop group Souls of Mischief, they had this song called Never No More. And so I was listening to that with the little logo there, and just wanted to draw the letters, Never No More. Never will a sucker score. I think that's what they say. Here we go. I was thinking right here about the different forms of resources that the United States and corporations have gone to all over the world, pretty much extracting and making people work for, even within the United States. So like tobacco, sugar, fruit, rubber, coffee, gas, oil, metals right now. And in Congo, for example, the different metals. And then I wrote down this quote from this great artist I found online, Devin Blow. Activism is not just a call to action, but a commitment to understanding. I really dug that. And here are some studies of the singer, different people just trying to play, practice, play. Also trying to do lighting from different vantage points. I think I was writing down some ideas for the new year, like stuff that I wanted to do. Only some of this actually came true. As you know, it's been hard to plan. Some more drawings of people. I really like how this one came out with, it was one of those color pencils that has lots of different colors in one. So sometimes you don't know what you're getting. You can freak it a little bit and turn it, but I like that. Here's some more studies. Some people stretching, movement. I really like how this one came out. These two, the light in their bodies was really, really pretty. Also like this one. I think they were doing a pigeon pose. Had their hands up in yoga. So here's one that I did a video of as well. I think it was kind of shaky, but it was just, again, practicing color, composition, faces, trying to get in there and play. Just a pink, gray, and green. I think I saw someone else do this, and I thought, ooh, it would be nice color combination to play with a little bit. I think this was Janelle Monáe. I forget who the other sisters were. More ideas. This was my daughter on her little, trying to learn how to ride a scooter. Her smiling, watching TV. This was actually my my father-in-law. We were going somewhere. In LA, and I was drawing him. This is not. Maybe that's him. Yeah, that's him. But all the rest of these are him walking away, standing there. I usually take a picture, try to repaint it later. And then I'm from Oakland, but I remember when the whole Bay area code was 415. Even back in the day, Richie Rich had a rap group that was called 415. And I just wanted to combine the two. 415 is San Francisco, 510 is the East Bay, Oakland, Berkeley, Richmond. This one came out pretty cool. I was playing with this color combination of the purple, green, and blue. And I think I saw one of these vehicles. It was a small little car. And so I just started drawing a bunch of little cars. Some of them are from Europe or Japan. But just trying to open my mind up. Give it something to draw, to practice. These came out pretty cool. Little cars, little trucks. Here's some more notes. I think I was taking some notes here about writing, like the inciting incident, the call to action, fear, failure, growth. Just basically thinking of the arc of a story. and then making some doodles of characters. Here's some drawings of my wife. That's probably the best one. And my daughter, drawing them. And then just working on some letters to keep it moving, keep it fresh. I like how this says rock, keep rocking. It goes off the page, but it's supposed to say keep rocking. I like how that came out. Here I was trying to play with some silhouettes a bit. Claire Wendling, this artist I like, she does a lot of drawings of animals, and so I thought I would challenge myself to draw silhouettes of some goats. And then, of course, I went back to drawing people, lots of people, athletes, regular people just standing there, trying to think about form and shape. This is a drawing of my son, and this is my wife, this is my daughter, my wife again. It's fun to look at old pictures of them and draw them. Look at this handsome guy. I don't remember who this dude is. Just drawing them. Here's another drawing of my son. Again, playing with that pink and purple and green. I like the way that came out. I forget what he was looking at. He was looking up at something. I took that picture and redrew it. Some ideas for characters. I write down a lot of quotes too. This was from Robert McKee. It says, "The willingness to please results in recycling cliches and basically not telling the dark truth." And I think that just means you gotta do stuff for the audience, but do your own shit as well. Here's some more faces playing with color. No rhyme or reason for these, just different ones. I think this is Black Sam, Nipsey's brother. Some more storyboards. I don't remember the film that I was watching, but just tried to put like the main protagonist in yellow and secondary characters in purple or darker colors. This one, I was, again, just trying to give myself something to draw, to practice. I came across this little small mini bike and thought I would use the kind of the purple and the orange to play with it a bit. So then I found another one. This was really fun, just design-wise and composition-wise, to draw something that I don't normally draw, and then do it from a couple of different angles or a couple of different styles. But yeah, these are some little mini bikes. This is Sierra Sean. She's a friend who's a great singer, songwriter, producer, vocalist. My daughter, I was being drawn with my daughter. Okay, this is fun because I was working on a new sticker that said Mixed Kid. And so I did a whole bunch of different iterations of it. Trying to think if I did. Yeah, I did a bunch of different versions of it. And then this is how it actually came out. It's got a little bit of gold on it, but it's similar to this one in terms of the colors and just moving around. So sometimes I use my sketchbook to think of drawing merch as well. Here's some more compositional ideas for like where to put figures. And when I'm thinking about this, sometimes it's for story, sometimes it's for illustration. More figures, athletes. Just trying to get some movement. I like how this one came out. It's like a bit of foreshortening These two, actually. This one came out pretty cool. Okay, and then here's another one. The idea was lift up your fellow artists. And so I did a bunch of different versions of that. And then that became a sticker too. So this one has kind of like a holograph quality to it. Lift up your fellow artists. So that's one. And then this one, stay principled and curious. I did that one as a sticker as well, just because I felt like in the political climate of what was happening in Palestine and what is still happening, there's a lot of artists who I think rightfully so feel threatened, their career or their livelihood. This is how the sticker came out. But the idea was to, like, if you have morals or beliefs or whatever, to stick to them, but also be curious enough to learn. So those are some stickers. Again, this is me thinking about my table setup. I'm always trying to tweak it, improve it. This is kind of how it looks most recently. I'll put in a picture right here. And I wrote here, if there's a second gear, you have to find it. You know, was not super motivated to draw or to paint, but I had to find something. I was definitely exhausted, and it shows. But here's from John Lewis, the stamps. This is my daughter. But you gotta figure out how to keep going. Okay, here's some drawings of my daughter. Some of which while she was sitting there watching TV. Other ones are just from a picture that I took. Try to snap of her quickly because she moves so much. This is her like getting ready for school. This is her just hanging out at home. This is her playing. I really like how that one came out, like the shadow and behind her. This one came out really cool too, where she's just sitting there thinking about something and falling over, tying her shoes. These are some notes and drawings that I did while I was at a convention. I was at the Latino Comics Expo in Modesto. I was just drawing some different people. Again, playing with color and light. Yeah, I was there and I was just noticing how big of a role advertising plays. And young people, if they come up to you, if they recognize your story or your property. Again, this is drawing people while waiting somewhere outdoors, in front of a market. I think this is in Oakland. I was waiting for my cousin. Just drawing people. I forget what this was. These were drawn by two artists, Lindsay Perez and Gladys Ochoa. Two artists at the expo who sometimes will trade sketchbooks. I'll give them mine. They give them, I give them mine, and then they give me theirs, and then we will draw each other's books. I've been doing that ever since I was a kid. So it's fun to do. Here is a painting of Kareem Riggins. Kareem is a really dope drummer, MC, producer, artist from Detroit, based in LA. He's done a bunch of stuff with all types of jazz and hip hop musicians. Love this dude's music. So I was painting him, messing with some gouache and pen and ink. There's Kareem. This is my daughter practicing writing Riggins. She was writing it as well. More thinking about my table setup. This is when I was building the wooden things. It's nearing the end. I was researching some organizations that support people with mixed heritage. I was researching that and then just drawing different types of people. My daughter put her hand here and drew it, and so I asked her to do it again so I could make a little composition out of it. It was fun. But doing kind of like using it to make composition. Again, just playing some more ideas. This brother right here, Ricardo. This is a painting of a friend, Ricardo Padilla. He's one of the co-founders and organizers of the Latino Comics Expo, first taking place in the Bay Area, then moving on to LA, Central California. And he passed away in 2024, and I was just really sad because he was a really good dude, really genuine, really kind person, and put so much work into, as someone who organizes events as well, him and his team put so much work into organizing it. And I just wanted to, I drew him, and then I painted him, and just wanted to pay a little tribute. And yeah, here's some other characters. Here's some more ideas. I spent a lot of time thinking about my table setup this past year. Here's my daughter drawing bananas. These two paintings right here were done for, I work with this group called Artists for Radical Imagination. These are artists who do movement work for organizations, campaigns related to social justice across the U.S. And many of us, I shouldn't say all of us, but many of us chipped in to make artwork for specific Palestinian families they were already making GoFundMes or campaigns to fundraise, either to get help while they're there enduring the genocide or to get out. And so many different artists did paintings. And I first thought about it doing little thumbnails here, little compositional ideas of like where I was going to put it. I'll put an image of what it looked like, the final one here, and then painting these two children. So there was that. And then this one was another one just for design, composition, color, play. I love music, so putting some different musical instruments and equipment. This is a mixer, this is a drum, this is a flute, needle, synthesizer, tape deck. These are the mallets for a vibraphone, shakeres, lots of just different things. Trying to use the same color combination, but having fun with it. Here we go, drawing some people. I think I was at Unique Markets in LA. I was just vending and just drawing a bunch of different people, standing, walking, sitting, moving around. And then here's probably almost the last page. This is I think I drew a kid, this one first, who I thought looked a little bit like my daughter, except older. And then I just started drawing a bunch of kids and kind of changing it to look like her. This was fun. Trying to think of some kids skateboarders. Another visitor sticker, going to another school. That's it. This was fun. I went to Berkeley High School in Berkeley, California. And that year, 2023, in the fall, I got to visit and talk to them about a career. And then here's from the Texas Book Festival, a bunch of other ones. But that's it. This is a sketchbook from 2023 to 2024. Hope you enjoy. Keep drawing. Doesn't have to be a great drawing or perfect drawing. This is a great place to play, explore, even when you might not always be feeling it, just to keep trying, keep drawing. Peace. Thank you for checking it out.